on this Termi. Termi, am I saying that right?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so I put this in the little text box thing, and what it said was Operation Highjump. So about that, are you familiar with that at all?
Go ahead.
I'm not, but even if we were, if you could break it down for the viewers, that'd be awesome.
Okay, so in 1946, Admiral Richard E. Byrd was assigned to a task force to go down to Antarctica and establish a base. So they go and do that, and he reports back and comes out with several findings about all the natural resources there, is what he claimed, and that there was coal and rare metals there as well, and also a enormous wall of ice on the at the rather center of Antarctica. So I'm just curious as to what you think of that. And not only that, but there's an interview after he came back. Curious to see what you think of
that. I know that the main thing I know about the Operation Highjump is tied to flat Earth kind of hypothesis and stuff like that. Do I find any veracity in it? Well, the Earth isn't flat, so I don't think that. I think that maybe his talk about how much land and everything was down there might have been a little bit hyperbolic. I don't know. What do you think about it? That's kind of what I'm interested in.
Was it the North Pole or was it the South Pole? Because I hear something
Antarctica.
about
Antarctica.
I no longer believe in the whole conspiracy theories and stuff. I mean, I'm more curious as to what your thoughts on why there would be so many natural resources such as coal and rare metals there.
In Antarctica?
If that's assuming that it's true.
Well, did they have? Is there samples of this, or was it just a claim that was made by expedition? Because you actually have to take samples and take them back and put them in the lab. Especially back in the early 20th century, they would have had to ship it back to a lab and done some testing on it to see what kind of resources were.
Well, I mean, even if he did find natural resources, and natural resources or a natural resource is just that, it's a natural resource. So Antarctica it's not just ice, there's landmass.
Yeah.
Could there be natural resources there? Sure, it's not outside the realm of possibility. I don't know what they found in Antarctica. I don't know a whole lot about this guy, other than that apparently there's some controversy surrounding him. As far as him saying that he saw an ice wall, I mean, you see glaciers, you see mountains, you see snow, you see ice.
Lots of ice walls in Antarctica.
What does that mean? Does it mean this impenetrable going all the way up to the heavens, blocking us off?
I'm not exactly sure, but I don't think there were any pictures specifically of the ice wall. I do know, however, there were lots of.
Let me touch on the coal though, because that's kind of a point that maybe a lot of people don't understand. This coal is it's mostly plant material that's been preserved during the Carboniferous. The land masses were all together, okay, and Antarctica was not icy back then. It was a green landscape, so it's definitely not out of the question that there would be coal underneath the ice. As a matter of fact, I would expect there'd be at least some fossil evidence and some coal, other natural gases, of course, under there. The problem with Antarctica is that the ice is so thick that to harvest these resources would be more expensive than to that it would be worth to haul them out of there. That's why we don't see as much drilling and stuff in Antarctica. And then, of course, we had the Antarctic Treaty because we wanted to preserve the natural resources as they stand. It's very similar to the reason why we don't, like, for instance, there's so much in the Congo Basin, so much natural resources and valuable minerals like diamonds and stuff, but the cost to go into there and extract them is greater than what you'd benefit by actually getting them out. So there may be natural resources in there in Antarctica that we haven't harvested, but not because there's of some underlying conspiracy, but just because it's not feasible at this time in our human development to do so.
Well, and the thing is, you can go to Antarctica right now. There's nothing stopping you. There's nothing stopping anyone other than, getting the money to go to Antarctica. You can right now, you can go and hop on a cruise ship and you can go there and you can have an expedition and you can ski across it if you want. And you can take.
But isn't it very limited access?
I don't think so. I think there was like a dude who like skied from one end to the other.
Really?
Like a regular dude. And you can join a scientific expedition and you can go and you can take samples and you can test stuff. And I don't think it's that hard to get into Antarctica. Like if you want to, you can go there. So and I mean, since the discovery of Antarctica, there's been, thousands and thousands of people who have gone there and who have, set up shop. And there's an ongoing constant base in Antarctica where they're, performing different scientific tests. There's landing strips and stuff. And there's, ships that go down and come back all the time. So
you can go on cruises even. Yeah, go down there on a cruise. They're expensive. I mean, it's the bottom of the earth. It takes a lot to get there, but you can do it.
Yeah.
You can do it all the time.
If you Google search right now, Antarctic cruise, I'm seeing NCL, I'm seeing Silver Sea, I'm seeing Celebrity Cruises. It's not like you're going to get down to Antarctica and a Black Hawk helicopter is going to come flying in and, shoo you away.
That wouldn't be my first choice for a cruise. I'd prefer someplace warmer.
Somewhere where I can swim.
Yeah. You can swim in Antarctica, Thomas. Yeah. You can swim there.
You can, but you shouldn't.
All right. Was there any more regarding this? I don't want to call it a conspiracy, but what else would you call it? Operation Highjump was actually something that happened. Admiral Byrd is a real person. Yeah. He did really say these things, but what they mean is, as far as looking at what we know about Antarctica now, I think it's hyperbolic. That's my opinion.
Yeah.
Can I just add to this notion that somehow people in the military are above, refute, like that, oh man, it was some qualified, reliable person in the military that said and saw it, therefore it's true. I'm like, can I swear on your show?
I think we get one.
I get one. I hear that. My reaction is hardcore bullshit. I know people in the military. I almost joined the Navy myself, and like people are just as prey to cognitive biases and self-delusion and misremembering and lying and as anybody else. Someone in the military, there were people in the military and the Navy who came back, during the 16, 17, 1800s who claimed that they saw sea monsters in the ocean. There were people who thought that, that they saw El Dorado in a land made of gold and had these
mermaids
about it.
Yeah.
To assume that somehow someone who knows how to pilot an airplane or someone who knows how to captain a ship also knows all of the limits of their own psychology, even though they're not a psychologist or a neuroscientist, and somehow knows exactly what every single weird phenomena is, even though they're not necessarily a climatologist or a meteorologist, and they have never seen certain weird insects or certain weird birds or plants or weather phenomena, that they know all of it in an age before the internet in the 1920s. And when they can't just Google search what something might be, and that before, they didn't even take a picture of it, but they see something and they present something as some weird, strange phenomena. It's a sea monster. It's a UFO. It's an alien. It's, some conspiracy, whatever. I see this again and again and again, and I'm like, just because someone is a cop, someone has a uniform on, someone is a military officer, that doesn't mean that all of a sudden they're more credible. They might be more credible than Farmer Bob, who's on drugs, because the military officer might have to pass drug tests and they might have to have a certain psychological evaluation. Their job might be on the line, so that it might be a little more credible there, but they still fall prey to all of the cognitive biases that we have under a normal, natural, healthy scenario. That was a rant.
No, it's good. The good stuff right there.
It's a good rant. Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys have brought up some great points. I really liked it. I need to keep those in mind next time somebody brings it up.
Yeah.
I really just brought this up to see what you guys think about it. I've been a viewer of Holy Koolaid for the past month, and I've really liked the content.
It's good stuff.
And I hope when I get fired up, I hope I don't come across as hostile. That's not my intent. I just get really excited about the subject matter. And when the ball gets rolling, I don't stop.
Yeah, I completely agree. I mean, you're right. Just because somebody has status doesn't mean they're instantly more credible than other people.
All right. Let's see here.